And tonight we're going to talk about the new executive orders that was signed by Donald Trump on August 8th. So again, my name is Audra Wilson Russell. I'm the owner of WATS CPA firm. I specialize in outsourced CFO services, accounting and bookkeeping, and tax preparation, primarily for childcare providers, but we do also service other industries as well. So I am going to get ready to share my screen here so we can talk about the executive orders. Okay, so just a few highlights on the executive order. They were signed on August 8th, 2020, so just 10 days ago. And the powers are being challenged by legal experts because they're saying that he did not have the authority to sign these executive orders without legislation passed by Congress. So that's where we stand right now. And there's nothing in these orders right now about an additional $1,200 stimulus payments. I know some folks were asking about if we were going to get another round of stimulus payments, and the truth is, right now, we don't know. But the executive orders did not have anything in them regarding the stimulus payments. So there's 4 executive orders that was signed. The first one is an extension of the federal unemployment tax benefit. And this one is for $400 per week. And then there's also this payroll tax holiday that you may or may not have heard about, and the student loan relief. And then lastly, the eviction moratorium. So let's go through each one of those right now. The first one, the federal unemployment supplement. So what this is the actual CARES Act unemployment that the federal government gave in addition to what the states were already given expired on July 31st. So you may have heard of it, where the government was giving you $600 additional on top of what the state was already giving you. Well, like I said, that ran out on July 31st. So what this executive order does is it doesn't really say how long it's extended to, but it's proposing $400 instead of the $600. And it's also asking for the states to pick up 25% of that cost. So instead of the federal government paying the entire $400, they're asking for the states to chip in for 25% of that $400. Again, this isn't law. This is just an executive order. So not sure what's going to happen with this next, but we'll see. Next up is the Payroll Tax Holiday. And so what the Payroll Tax Holiday is pretty much a deferment of the Social Security taxes for employees. It's what it's doing is it's deferring the withholding, the deposits, and the payment of those taxes imposed on your wages or your compensation. So just breaking that down, what that means, you get a W-2 from your employer, right? On that W-2, you have 3 buckets of withholding. You have your federal taxes, you have your Social Security, and you have your Medicare. This one is specific to the Social Security only. So this does not defer any Medicare taxes. So what it's doing is it's allowing employees to defer the withholding of that Social Security tax, which is 6.2% of their wages. What's happening now, as it stands, is that employee will eventually have to pay that Social Security tax back in 2021 or later. So this order defers it through the end of December 31st, 2020, starting with the time frame of September through December. Hasn't been any word on how this is going to be handled, if it's going to be an election where an employee can choose to defer or not to defer, or if it's also a company's election to participate in the deferment or not. So lots of confusion going there, lots of explanations still needed for this particular order if it passes. And then also, Trump mentioned that if he's reelected, that he would eliminate the deferment and just eliminate the Social Security taxes altogether. Now, that could have some long-term effects on actual Social Security, because if you're not collecting any of the Social Security payments from the current working class now, then that's less Social Security tax that the government has to pay in now to the elderly individuals on Social Security. So I'm sure you know that this is being challenged up the wazoo right now. Student loan relief. So the relief for student loan is that it extends the deferments. So if you're currently in deferment, it extends it. Not sure what that time frame is. I believe it's through, yes, I do, through the end of this year, December 31st, 2020. So it extends those deferments so that you do not accrue any penalty or interest for any unpaid loans. And this is only for student loans that are held by the Department of Education. So if you have any other private student loans, this executive order is not covered under that. Again, this one allows for you to temporarily cease payments on those Department of Education student loans through the end of this year. Again, none of this is law, it's executive orders that's being challenged. And then we have the Eviction Moratorium. So the CARES Act originally extended or originally placed an eviction moratorium where your landlords could not evict you through July 24th. Well, that has expired. The executive order does not extend this order. What it does is it's pretty much asking the federal government and the lenders to work with the tenants and the landlords to curb the evictions, but there's no solid action here or solid law or anything that's requiring those lenders or landlords to hold off on evictions. So right now it's just pretty much a recommendation not to evict. So if you have any questions or would like to consult with us, definitely go onto our website at www.wats.biz/appointment and book your consultation. We're here to help you through your tax situations for both your individual and your small business.